with Dan so that I could come down here and film this, and he asked why, and I just was like, it's pretty out here. But anyways, he did say something that kind of got me thinking today, because I told him the whole reason that I'm making these video logs and everything is because I want to kind of document my efforts to try not to have a cesarean again. And he said, what happens if you do all of this and you have a bunch of people encouraging you and supporting you and doing all of these videos only to end up with another cesarean at the end? Won't you feel really bad after that? And I just kind of thought about it for a minute, but I don't think I will. After all, as long as I tried my hardest, what's the difference, right? And I really don't think I have to have one. I don't think I had to have one the last 2 times. So as long as I stand my ground and I really try this time and I research and I find out everything I possibly can beforehand, then I don't see it going wrong. And even if it does, I don't think there can be a bad outcome as long as I come home with a healthy baby. So I'm still going to try not to have a cesarean, but even if I do, this isn't a waste, you know? At least I can hopefully educate other women who might not have thought of some of the topics that we're going to discuss soon, and maybe help them go towards not having another cesarean, even though that's the typical norm in America now. Most people do have repeat cesareans. I know a couple girls just in my town here, and they're having their 2nd and 3rd babies, and they just go in and schedule their next C-section because they don't know you can actually have a VBAC. I said something to one of these girls, and she told me, you can do that? And it was just so surprising that she wasn't even aware that you could do it. And a lot of times I think the doctors make it seem as though it's a safer option, when if you look at the risk associated with having a VBAC, they're a lot lower than the risk associated with having another C-section. So how does that make it safer? I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but if you go look these up, the risk associated with a C-section are higher than the risk associated with a VBAC for both mother and baby. So I don't really understand what that's about, but even if I do have to have another C-section, which let's cross our fingers and hope I don't, because I really do not want one, and I'm going to do everything in my power not to have one. The only case I will have one is if it's truly a life and death emergency, and I'm not going to let them just say fetal distress and try to make me have one like they did the last 2 times. So, and I'm definitely not getting induced, and I'm not letting them give me any of those induction drugs, so hopefully the chances of the whole fetal distress thing happening again are minimal. So, but yeah, I just thought it was interesting, and even if it does fail, which cross your fingers, hope it won't, I really don't think this will be a waste.